Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me? Here we go. We're outside, but we're in a case. The hardest thing in the world for me. Hey everybody, so here we are during like a little mini beginning of an ice storm, and even though I have a cane and a sore back, I'm wearing like a really good, amazing brand new winter coat. My shoes, they're not even boots, they're shoes. I have crampons, which mean they're like these plastic things with metal spikes. And I'm not a light person, I'm pretty heavy. So when I walk, my spikes go right into the ground. And the ice has now turned into snow. So it's actually quite nice to walk on. I'm gonna walk here and then back off. You can see my steps there. Isn't snow amazing? I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I'm coming out for a walk to film the January 5th, 2023 miniature ice snow shitstorm. This is a shitstorm basically. And I'm not going to go far, but I thought I would film a little bit. It's always good to film in light because you can see what's going on. And you can't see it right now, but the weather is shitty. It's wet and raining and hail, and cats and dogs are living together. It's all apocalyptic. I have a case on my phone from Scoping Products from Jeff. And it's a little case that makes the thing waterproof, so you can throw it in the water and it would be fine. So it can film to all my content. You're trying to film with this cover over the phone and gloves and sleet and snow and a cane. It's super difficult. It's not easy. Larry! Now you can see it, eh? Now you can see what we're talking about. What you see on film isn't necessarily what's actually happening. It's even worse. Floating couche-tard god in the sky. Can you see that? That's incredible. That's a Shaka miracle. Receive the lard in your gullet. There's the whole snow crew coming over the bridge. Over the Gallipo Bridge. My hands are so freezing I cannot even feel them. There's Lac St. Louis. Listen. You probably can't hear it, but I can hear the sound of the ice hitting the water, which is like semi-frozen, semi-flowing. There's the whole crew going over the bridge, man. Behold the dumpster behind the couche-tard. Remember? So check it out. We're behind the couche-tard. There's like a green hue in the sky. So when I was a kid, this used to be an antique bookshop. And I used to go in here and buy books by James Joyce and history of the world and a immortal poetry book. I used to love going here. And beside there was an album store. This place was a cafe. That place was a cafe. There was cafes everywhere. You'd wait for the 211. It was like 50 cents. You go in, you get a coffee, you get a, what did they call it? A rum roll, you know, like a little dark ball with little chocolate flakes on it, mixed with a bit of rum. You go on the 211, the big blue seats, all foamy and cozy. Sorry for the blurriness. My phone is in a case and my mouth is all dry, so this is all fucked. But these are the night buses, EXO, the 335, the 44, the 35, and the 45. And you can stop off at the couche-tard, get yourself a couche-tard coffee card, and your fifth coffee is free on the house. Free. Apparently this is one of the first couche-tards in Quebec, and now they're one of the biggest companies in the world that own like gas companies and everything. So want your own place? This is my own place, man. This is the couche-tard. I hear a vehicle coming. Wait for it. 212! Woo! That big building down there where the Nova is now, a second-hand store, used to be the IGA. Big, huge food store that served the whole community for a couple of decades. My mom and my brother Jamie both worked there for years. Info for my YouTube nerdy fans like Frankie McDonald, meteorologist, and it's like wet and slushy. It's not frozen at all. It's just heavy, very heavy and slushy. You can see there the puddles are forming by like the curb of the road, and it's very slushy, but on the sidewalks and the road mostly dry. The beauty is everywhere. You just gotta stop looking down at your phone and look up. There's just beauty in everything. Existence is a complete miracle. Every second wasted is like a precious jewel thrown into the sea of life. To live in the hearts of others is not to die. Avoid the society of things you can easily have, and exhaust yourself with the physical labor when you feel a strong desire. So this is where I used to live when I was a little shit. From like the age of 4 to 14, that 10-year time, you know? I lived over there, and we used to run around the block and wear swim shorts and play around and shit. And this place was Jovi's. This was Jovi's. That was a dépanneur, and you could go in there, and they used to have beer fests at John Abbott College, and us kids would bring our wheelbarrows. We would collect bottles all day on beer bash day. We'd make like $100 each, and we could buy a bike. And we were all poor, so money was like a huge thing back then. So we would collect bottles once a year. Way down there at John Abbott, they had beer fest. Like the whole field with students. Like for me, it was like they were all adults with beards drinking beer and Led Zeppelin. I didn't understand. We had our little fucking go-karts, and we'd go around and collect all the beer bottles. We'd turn them there and make like $100, and we were like the richest kids in the world for one day. It was really amazing. And before that, we used to go and buy jujubes, those little red candies, 1 cent each. And I was so naive that like I would have $1 and I would buy 100 jujubes, but I would sneak in like 1 or 2 extra, so like 102 jujubes. And to this day, I still feel bad about it. That's the amount of empathy. I'm an empath. I'm the target for the narcissist. So if you're a fucking asshole who has no feelings, I'm the person that you use and abuse. It's beautiful outside, and I feel free. And I miss filming, and I want to thank Pat from Sky of the Universe for convincing me to go out and film again. Like, no, it's so fun. I've been doing this my whole life, but I stopped for a while because I have this feeling of like, you can't do this and you can't do that and you should do this and stay at home, and like, fuck that, man. Look at Frankie McDonald. The whole world told him he couldn't do anything, and now he's one of the most famous people in the world. Not that fame means anything, but he did something with himself. He put a whole province on the map, and that's someone who you told, you know, the clowns and trolls say, oh, you can't do this, but he did it. It's like Terry Fox ran across Canada with 1 leg. So don't you ever... People are insecure, and when they see other people trying to do something, they bring them down instead of lifting them up. It's all fucked up, man. I can't stand... And social media is the biggest magnifying glass in the world for narcissism and fucked up toxic bully behavior and and people shitting on each other. Fuck off, man. Lift people up. Be good to each other. Love and music and all that stuff. But look at the beauty. The beauty's everywhere. The fresh fallen snow and ice. This is the street corner. I grew up around the corner, but we used to run around here. The first girl ever in my life, I was like 6, 7 years old. This girl stopped me, and 2 of them pinned me down and kissed me. And I was all embarrassed and shy. Like, they bullied me, you know? It's a beautiful corner. And we used to play here and stuff. Beautiful thing. Love you, Sock Cup. Well, this has been a fun experience. Like I said, I've got boots with crampons. They're like, you can't see it, but they're like steel spikes, so they spike into the ground. It's pretty warm out. I've got an amazing coat and hat and gloves on. Super comfortable. My spiky shoes just dig into the snow and it's nothing. And I just walk really slow wherever I go. And I'm out and filming. I'm tired of, like, you know, letting bullshit suppress me. I'm not doing this for any reason other than that it's fun. I like to film. I've been doing this forever, and it's just something I do. And there's billions of us out there. Well, hundreds of thousands. This fresh fallen snow. Base guy loves you, no fear. Okay, this is the point of the video where you leave a comment. Lac St. Louis, connecting to the St. Lawrence, that's west, like 2 mountains, that way's Montreal. Fucking freezing outside. It was closed. I considered the Couche-Tard the 7-Eleven of Quebec, you know, like the electric church. It's my grandfather used to live in this post office and raised his children here after World War II, where my grandfather fought in the Battle of Monte Cassino and went missing in action, but survived and came back. He helped build the Legion and other things, and he was a good dude, and I always look up to him. He's my mentor. It's actually pretty beautiful. My phone is in a waterproof case. I have one glove off and my hand is freezing. We're filming the Couche-Tard. Let's go up close. I actually find this way of filming really cool. I have this like waterproof camera case and it goes around your neck so it won't fall off even if you drop it. It keeps filming and you're fine, and it's waterproof and your hands free. I think I'm going to start filming like this, even if there's a bit of plastic and it's 720 or whatever. All this stupid shit with fucking 47,000 billion megapixels and you can see your friend's fucking nostril hair. And oh, look at this. I used to play on this street in the 80s. 212. My grandfather helped build that building from the ground after World War II during the baby boom. Sorry, it's a bit foggy. Montreal have been running a live streaming show every day and week for 10 years, since 2013. So check out the conditions the next morning. Usually your foot would break right through, but it holds your weight, doesn't go through. The ice is so thick. Take a look at the bird feeder. You can see rock solid. A little bit slushy on the roads because they've been salted. It holds your weight. And I weigh like 500 pounds, so it's pretty strong. See the consistency here. It's not deep or anything, but it's a layer of caked ice. A car window. Whole car is covered in a layer of ice. You hear people chiseling the ice away. Open it. You want to check it out, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel here. You can watch the latest video here, and you can check out something here. I screwed the whole thing on, but just click stuff. Thanks for watching. Okay, cut, Larry. Okay, let's go back to the couche-tard.